everybody, it's the 13th Wolfman. Today is day 18 of the 31 days of horror. That's right, 31 movies, 31 days, 31 reviews, 31 videos. You know, just keeping it up. I would like you to subscribe, comment, share, like, do all that stuff, please. Like you to check out some other people, like the one and only MSJ, Professor Macabro, Random Horror, Retro Horror, Jennifer Toshi, Echo, Double Shot J, Mood 616. Everyone's doing something, so there's people I haven't even mentioned, but the one and only MSJ, I said that, but I'm the Ice Lord. He's doing a watch thing. Every day he's watching a different movie, and that sounds really cool. You know, and you get to watch along with him. So, what's today's movie? Today's movie is the third movie in the Insidious films. Now, the first two movies, we have Patrick Wilson as Josh Lambert and Rose Byrne as his wife. The first movie, we deal with Josh's son, Dalton. He gets thrown into a coma, and his soul winds up in the further. And they have to figure out how to get the soul out of the further back into his son. The second movie deals with, we find out in the first movie that this happened to Josh when he was a kid. So the second movie deals with what happened to Josh as a kid. We get to see all of that. You know, so Patrick Wilson's back, and we get to see what happened with Josh as a kid and dealing with that and what's going. And so now we need a third movie. The first two were awesome, you know. So what do? Well, we can't do the Lambert family again. So we do a prequel. And the prequel is what happened a few years before what happened to Josh Lambert. And there's this girl named Quinn Brennan, and she's lost. She's not lost spiritually, but she's just lost because she lost her mom. She really wants to talk to her. She goes and she sees Elise, who is Lynn Shay from the first two movies, and she tells her that she just wants to talk to her. She's missing her. She loves her. She wants to know that, you know, that she misses her. She's not getting along with her dad, who is the only parent, played by Dermot Mulroney, by the way, and played greatly by Dermot Mulroney. And so Elise says she doesn't do this anymore. It takes up a piece of her every time she goes into the further, and so she can't help. She tries, but she can't. One day, Quinn is hanging out with her friend, and she goes to cross the street. She gets hit by a car. She winds up in the hospital, and she dies for a moment. They get her back, but what she brought back, something came back with her, and it's tormenting her and terrorizing her, and we have to deal with all of that. That's pretty much the basis of the movie. In this movie, we also see the configuration of Elise, Tucker, and Specs, where she meets these guys for the first time, and they form their bond, and it's really kind of interesting, you know. I like this movie a lot. It's a prequel. Someone said, why is a prequel number, 3? And it's like, it throws them off. And I think it was Professor Macabro. And I said to him, I don't think it's called number 3. Well, obviously it is. I was wrong about that. I'm sorry. I thought this just had a subtitle to it, like Insidious before Lambert or something like. I don't know what it was called, but I thought it was called something else. You know. This is really, really good. Now, this is written and directed by Lee Wanell, who plays Specs in all three movies. Well, all four movies actually. Well, at least the first three. I don't remember if they're in the last key. But Lee Wanell, I swear, he's an actor, and I think he just lives by the mantra: if he can't get a role, he'll just write one for himself. I mean, everything he's been in, he's either written or, had a story contribution to it. Him and James Wan just kick ass. This is produced by James Wan, but like I said, written and directed by Lee Wanell. The girl in this movie, the one that plays Quinn, Stephanie, what was her name? Stephanie Cook, I think is what it was. I want to see more of her. She really did an awesome job, playing terrified. I know playing is not the right word, but, just showing, emoting, being terrified. That to me was really something. I think this is as good as the first two movies. I know some people are like, it's okay, it's not as good. I disagree. I think this is good for a movie that doesn't have to have the big, we don't have Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne in it because, well, they don't need to be in it. So this movie survived on its own with just Lee Wanell, Angus Simpson, who plays Tucker, Lynn Shay. Lynn Shay's a name, man. I mean, this woman has been around since the 80s. If you don't, she was in the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah. But, this is a really, really fun movie. And Oren Peli, I've not said anything about this. Oren Peli has been the producer on all these movies too, and he's the one that gave us Open Water. And I think Paranormal Activity. So, there you go. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say about this other than, if you haven't seen any of the Insidious films, I know it took me forever to watch them, and I know some people out there that haven't seen them yet. I say give them a chance. You might like it. I was surprised how much I liked these movies after I saw them. So, that being said, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and you know what? I'm on the prowl.